in order to perform during the season.
Well, I'm glad you had fun in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Um, I have an affinity for Westchester because my cousin went to Westchester University and he's a very successful man in the marketing industry.
Oh, nice.
He is the pride of Westchester University, a great institution as well. Anyway, a great baseball program too, and great Division II program. Probably can
Yeah.
beat a lot of Division Ones across the country. All right, great. Let's get into today's topic, episode 126, talking about hitting curveballs, hitting sliders. There's a lot more data out there nowadays, though, that could assist a hitter in hitting curveballs and hitting sliders. Um, how do you decipher some of that data, the spin rate, the shape, looking at some heat maps? How do you decipher all of that and put it together in a plan where you can actually have a chance against hitting a good curveball, hitting against a really good slider?
Well, you can get lost in all the information. That's
Yeah.
number one. Man, you have to filter that out. From the whatever the data department. Got to be really careful for that. You have to see it. That's probably the best way to do it. So what's so great about machines now is that you can see something with similar shape. It's not going to maybe be exact shape. It's going to be pretty darn close. So to be able to see that pitch over and over again, to have slider day, I'm going to show up at the ballpark early today and I'm going to track 50. I'm not going to swing at 50. I'm going to track 50 and then I'm going to hit 50 and then I'm going to go have a sandwich and then I'm going to come back and hit some fastballs, hit 20 fastballs and call it a day. So it's preparation. Breaking balls, we've probably touched on this, but why are, when you look at the draft board, why do most of the players that are really successful come, or I shouldn't say successful, but that are at the top of the draft list, the first 5 rounds or so, why are the majority of them from warmer weather climates? Why are they from Southern California? Always kills. To this day, Southern California still dominates that board, which is crazy. When you see Texas and Florida and Georgia, the amount of baseball that they play down there. But it's warm weather places. Are they better
Yeah.
athletes? No, you get guys from Pennsylvania and you get guys from the Northeast. You get Brandon Nimmo from Wyoming.
Wyoming.
I mean, you get players that are they're not better athletes. Okay. They just see more pitches. They see more pitches come out of the hand. If you look at the months of November through February or November through March, that's what, November, December. So say that's like, we'll say 4 months. Okay.
By the way, for
Four,
context purposes, talking about months, high school baseball in Florida, I know this for a fact, they begin in late February. They
yeah.
start real competition in February.
Yeah. And so if we go back to their younger years too, right? When they're playing travel ball and getting all those at bats. So from say age 9, we'll say age 10 to 16, that's 6 years of 4 months of extra baseball. That's 24 months of extra baseball. That's 2 full years
Right.
of seeing breaking balls come out of a hand, of seeing shape. And all that is database information. Every time we see a pitch, our brain will categorize that. Oh, it came out of the hand this way, it moved this way. Well, now all of a sudden you have outliers and we're working on different spin rates. And so what pitchers are trying to do, they're not trying to necessarily um, increase this, that, and the other, or pressure. They're trying to be different than everyone else. As long as
Yeah.
they're different than the norm, then it's going to be harder for that hitter to make that adjustment because we're seeing a ball in space and we're anticipating, our brain is saying, where is that going to end up? Okay. Because it's breaking, right? It's a curveball or a slider. Well, they're gonna end up in different spots. So if we have an idea based on speed and shape, then we'll be able to react to it. So it sounds like an impossible feat when you think about it, right? A ball's
Right.
coming to us. We have 0.24 seconds to react to that pitch. And in a quarter of a second, we have to know uh, when it's going to get to us, when it's going to get to our contact zone, and then where, how far away from our eyes is it going to be? So, the way to do that, you can't think your way through that process. You have to practice that process. You have to see breaking balls, stand in when pitchers are throwing bullpens, get that database going. You don't have to swing at the pitch to be able to categorize it. You need to see that shape. So it starts with that. Hitting a breaking ball starts with, okay, what does it look like? There's nothing better than when we start introducing breaking balls to kids at the lab at like age 10. Doesn't mean they're going to have to hit a good breaking ball, but we want them to see that shape. And the first time a kid will come in and hit off a breaking ball machine, right, and that ball shoots right at their head, they bail out and like jump out of the
Yeah.
way. Well, that's just a natural response. If they saw a pitch in their game start at their head, they got to get out of the way. Well, wait a second, that ball's moving now. And then the second one, they'll bail out a little bit, third one, and then by the sixth or seventh swing, at least they're kind of understanding the shape.